Let the podcast hit the floor. Let the podcast hit the floor. Let the podcast hit the floor. 1. Nothing wrong with an SUV. 2. Nothing wrong with an SUV. 3. Nothing wrong with an SUV. 4. Nothing wrong with an SUV. Someone's got to buy. 2. Someone's got to buy. 3. Someone's got to buy. Let the podcast hit the floor. Let the podcast hit the floor. There we go. Why am I serious and you laugh at this? Everyone, welcome back to another edition of Lot Life here in the Randall Ford Studios. As you can see, our theme music is continuing to de-evolve or devolve, however you might want to look at it. I have my co-host here, Andrew,
I like that one. That was my favorite one so far. It really was.
Well, that's pretty good because I've had some stinkers. I got a favorite out of you, then that was all right.
Well, because I know the original words to that one.
Yeah,
I know the original. I know that song. So
Yeah.
you usually sing 1982 songs,
Well,
and I don't know
There's a reason to the original stuff. My throat hurts just a little bit now.
You've been practicing in
That
there.
was scratchy. There you go. I'm in the grunge session. That was a tough one. Andrew, welcome back.
Well, thanks.
It is a week later than it was last time.
It is a week
I got our
later.
episode number wrong last time. This is actually
Did you?
episode. I think I did. So maybe I didn't.
I don't
This
think you
is
did.
36. Is that right?
That's wrong.
Okay.
Well, I actually don't.
No, I think you did right. So,
Is it right?
yeah, I think I guessed
Did you-
35 last time. So if you said I was right, then the next one would be 36 because I studied math in school, unlike you.
I think that you went on Facebook and just seen what it was and then said that
That's
original.
typically what I do.
Yeah, that's what I think that you did.
But anyway, I digress. It has been a busy week here. What have you been up to, Andrew?
I have been actually selling quite a bit of cars this week. I've been extremely busy and fortunate that everyone is just wanting to buy cars. It's a good week to buy cars, is what they say.
Yes, the weather is nice outside, and there's something about a little bit of that spring fever that makes people want to get out there and buy vehicles. You can buy, this is the cool time to come here and check out one of our Broncos because you can take those tops off, you can take those doors off. They are the padded Jeep killers is what they call them.
Usually we do have a Bronco here that we take the doors
Yeah.
off. We probably need to get that. Well, it's been raining, of course, too. But usually we take off the doors off the Broncos and let people experience the drive on the Broncos because it's a different experience. It looks different. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
So.
we probably need to get one, get the tops off, park it just inside the showroom so people can come see what it's like. It is really, whenever it comes off, you don't really realize what they look like without the top off, without the doors off. It's pretty cool. And they're not really that hard to take off.
No,
you take those
5
doors
minutes.
off, it's just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a big drawn out thing. It is not.
No, it's 5 minutes. I will say that I have took the tops off and doors off of it, and I can do the doors. I can do the top. The only part that you're going to need help with when you're taking a Bronco top off is that back piece, because that back piece comes with the glass.
Yeah.
And it's really big, so that's the only piece that you need help with. But other than that, everything
But two
else
people,
is,
it's quick and simple.
oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
super simple. Less than 5 minutes if it's two people. Yeah, just a couple bolts, stuff like that, and then it's off there. But hey, guys, go subscribe to our YouTube.
Early. Good
The
job.
link is above if you
Click
don't
that
mind.
link.
Yeah, click that link if you don't mind. It just helps us get more subscribers.
Yeah.
And we want more subscribers. We're trying to get to 30 subscribers. We're
Yeah.
at 26, I believe, now.
Are we?
Yeah, we're not at 25 anymore. We're at 26. If we can get to 30, that'd be great. If you can press that share button twice. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, of course, you can hit share button and send it. But press that share button twice, give a like out there, and just subscribe to our YouTube. We'd appreciate it.
And if you do the math, we've asked to get to that 26 subscriber for 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and we got there. So 3 or 4 weeks later, we're going to be at 27. Hopefully it starts building on itself. And by the time I am 60, we are up to 30.
Well, that's a year from now.
He's got jokes. Yeah, you're the one that needs to put this on the showroom. And the Bronco. If you come out, if you drive by later, you see Andrew holding up the back portion of the Bronco glass all by himself. Shaking. You know why we're making him do that.
Yeah, he is the boss.
Today is, of course, this will be on Monday whenever we're airing this, but this is actually Saturday. Again, we tried to get it shot early. We haven't been able to do that, but it is early on Saturday morning. This is the week of the Masters, so We are
doing the golf.
Yeah, we were doing that. You can come out and putt for dough. That was available all day on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. You come out there. You can putt. I mean, win up to $1,000. We've got people doing that. We did it during the week. We've had a few people already take advantage of that. It's kind of fun. I brought out whenever I found my little putting green. Maybe get some video of that later and link that to this so you can see people trying to putt on this thing. We let Andrew try to putt. Did you make any of those putts, Andrew?
I made 1 out of 10.
Okay, all right.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was on an actual golf course, I think I would shoot like 54 on an 18 hole. Right?
No.
No.
You would shoot 54 on 5 holes.
Is that good?
Yeah, well, if you 4 or 5 putt, then that's half of your shots right there. You've already gone over.
The more points you get, the better you are, right? Or is it the less?
If we're betting, yes. That's the way we will play. We can go out there. I'm not that good either. I've never even played, but we can go out and we put just put $1,000 on it and make it fun.
Something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have expensive golf clubs. You go golfing all the time, something like that.
I did used to golf a lot. I haven't golfed that much lately. But we do have a fundraising tournament coming up at the end of this month where Randall Ford is participating in that. I am one of the 4 that will be participating, so I'm looking forward to it.
I didn't get rostered on that, so I guess that means I'm not very good at golf.
You're just worse than the rest of us. We are all bad. You are badder. Batter up. But yeah, that tournament is coming up. I can't remember the exact thing. We will get that before we go play on that. We can get a shout out too, because it is a great cause we're playing for. I just can't remember right now, and I didn't put it in my notes.
You said it's Masters Week, right?
It is Masters Week right now.
And of course we're doing this on Saturday. The putting thing, $2,000 off or $1,000 off that you're saying. If you're watching this video, of course, for our subscribers and people that watch this video, we have favors because you're watching our videos. If you come up on Monday, Tuesday like that and want to putt, I'm sure we'll give you a discount, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you come up, just say you want to putt. We'll call it the Putt Up or Shut Up Challenge. You come in and putt. We will give you $500 off of any vehicle that you want to purchase.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Got you a deal.
Yeah. Or a free cup of coffee if you make the putt.
We only got a machine back there.
Yeah, exactly. But I was
or
thinking
free
about,
water.
Yeah.
They can have free water.
Free water, yeah, because water fountain flows freely.
I don't think that's ever been used. We have little waters here for everybody here. We do have a little water fountain that you can press down and drink out of. I've never seen that been used. Not once.
You think about, of course, I remember school. You probably don't because you never went. But I remember going to school and the old water fountains. That was like, man, you go through recess, you play hard, you go to that water fountain. It was like, you had the little short squatty ones on the wall. Yeah. No, those is like, if you're not the first or second kid, you're getting warm water out of that. But those big tall ones are about this square and stood up. It's like, oh yeah, that's cold water all day long. That was the best. See, I always had that one kid is like, Tommy, get your mouth off the water fountain.
See, when I did go to school, it wasn't that I was in the hallways of class, so I didn't go to the water fountains. But I was in sports, so I did go to the sports. But I remember hooking up a hose so the water would get out of football. Mm-hmm. They would hook the hose up to this big, it was a PVC pot, and they just poked a little holes in it. We'd just sit there and just hang on it and start drinking.
So you drank the big old water udder.
That's all we'd do. We'd be so tired, we'd just hold our mouth against it, and just holes everywhere. So it looked like a bunch of farm animals hooked up to a pipe.
That is quite the visual I have there. I do remember drinking from the hose as a child, and it's like if you were the first one to get out there, then it's sitting out in the sun all day.
It's super hot. Yeah,
and the water in there is just circulating through. It's like a hot water heater.
I hated that. You'd have to sit there and wait, and you'd wait about 2 minutes or a minute before it actually came to cold water.
Yeah. I was thinking about topics. I know we're trying to keep them a little bit shorter, but we were thinking about stuff. It's like we were going back and forth where I came up with the topics for the lawyers, and then you came up with one set of topics, which were dumb words. Yeah. And then the next week I was like,
have you used any of those words? Do you remember them?
Why would you not?
Capping.
You're being sus.
Yeah, there you go. You did remember capping and being sus.
Yes. There were some other ones that were really cool.
You got some Riz going. I don't know what that means. I didn't look it up, but I've heard of it. I was watching TikTok.
What's your other thing that you said? What's up, brother?
Oh, yeah. What's up, brother? Tuesday. Dude, everybody in, I don't know if you know what that is. It's Sketch. He's a YouTuber. He just makes funny videos, but he's actually playing a character of doing all that stuff, the way he motions. It's hilarious. And now it's going across like NBA, basketball, football, baseball, it doesn't matter. Everybody's doing it. And it's just, what's up, brother? I'm sure you've heard of it.
It's going through banks and credit unions too, because my wife asked me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's crazy. When I told you about it, and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Which is most of the time.
That's true. That is true. Because anything nowadays, you're.
Yeah, it's just because most of the time you speak in gibberish.
I do that, and I make up my own words. You all know that, but yeah.
You said doo-doo.
What's up, brother? Tuesday.
Anyway, it's back on my turn to come up with topics. I came up with something that I thought would be fun. Of course, a lot of these are going to be things that you probably don't know.
Yeah, of course.
But I thought it'd be fun to have another tournament. So I'm going to come up with a list of things, and then if anybody has ideas that they want to put into this tournament,
please.
We did famous lawyers last time. Anybody feel free to chime in on the...
You're doing superheroes this time.
It is not superheroes.
Gosh,
it is famous law people, sheriffs, anybody like that. Because I've watched a lot of TVs and movies over the years, so I have some that go real far back. One of them, the first one being Andy Griffith. You notice the hard Griffith?
Yeah. Me and him had a debate one time. I don't know why, and I got you to believe too.
Yeah. So you actually made me doubt myself.
Yeah, he said Griffith. And I said, it's Andy Griffin. I swore it was Andy Griffin. I've heard it my entire life. And he was like, no, it's Griffith. And then he later on,
I couldn't even say it right. So it's kind of like that word. If you say a word again and again and again, by the time about the 50th time you said it, you start saying it different, and it evolves into something else. Griffith.
But he texted me and he screenshot it. It was a song, I think, is what you did. You screenshotted it and sent it to me. It was like 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, well, why is he even awake? Because usually you're asleep. But he texted me that, and he was like, it is Griffith. And I was like, oh. So then I looked up Andy Griffin.
Yeah, I got up to P. That's why I was up at 10.
Andy Griffin is actually a 1987 football player. I looked that up later on. So
not important. Andy Griffith, however, is very important.
Correct.
And he is one of my sheriffs that I remember from my youth. Another one is, I can remember, Buford T. Pusser. Do you have any idea who that
I have
was?
no idea. I know Andy Griffin because of or Griffith.
Okay.
Sorry, I said that wrong. From my grandpa. And that's the only reason, because he watches Andy Griffith all the time.
Your grandpa will know Buford T. Pusser.
I'm sure he will. I don't know if my grandpa watches these. Hey, Grandpa, you know these people?
Come on, Gramps.
Come on, Gramps.
I feel like I'm speaking to my people.
I mean, all about the same age.
So Buford T. Pusser, Andy Griffith. Another one, a little more current. You probably won't know. One of my favorite guys, Raylan Givens.
No clue.
From the series Justified. If you don't know Justified, you need to check that out.
Go watch it.
He is good. I know John McClane.
I know John McClane.
Okay,
I do know that. I know the name.
All right.
I don't know anything else.
From the Die Hard movies.
Oh,
he was
an
officer of the law, not a sheriff.
Yes,
but I've played him actually in some of them.
I have actually watched that movie. So.
Okay, all right.
So we're good there.
We got you going. Another classic one from history, Wyatt Earp.
Nope, not heard of that one.
You haven't heard of Wyatt Earp?
No.
Have you seen the movie Tombstone?
Is that Indiana Jones? No. Okay.
Why don't we move on? Walt Longmire.
Nah, clue. Not a single clue.
It's from a cable series, Longmire. It's a good show. If you've seen Longmire, please click in and let us know what you thought. That was one of my favorite shows.
Do you admire him very long?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's one that's a cult hero that a lot of people will probably know. Hopefully you will too. Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Nope, not heard of him. Never heard of him in my life. Brother, Tuesday.
He was the sheriff of Hazard County for the Dukes of Hazzard. Have you heard of Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of Dukes of Hazzard.
Right,
I know Dukes of Hazzard #1 on the whatever.
A lot of times you wear those shorts that were named after that. You're up here on the days off wearing the Daisy Dukes.
I do not wear those shorts.
Why don't you look around?
You wore those shorts. What? Yes, you did. Hey, we got a video on our YouTube if you want to go check that out. It's a short, and he has some short shorts.
They were not denim, though.
No, but I'm telling you, these things were up there.
Well, you said let's do some shorts, so
Yeah, shorts,
Yeah, I
yeah.
dug them out from my high school basketball days.
I
those
can
were,
believe
those
you
were
did
the kind of shorts
yeah,
we wore
I
back
can
then.
believe that, and it's not the sight that you want to see, but go see it.
Okay, here we go. Another one. Right here. Do you know that Rogers right back here, it was renamed as the True Grit Highway?
No, I don't know anything about Fort Smith.
all right.
Even though I'm here,
Which brings us to Rooster Cogburn.
don't know that. Is that fictional?
He was actually based on
True story?
I don't know if now you've caught me off guard. It was back in the days of Judge Parker here in Fort Smith, and Rooster Cogburn was supposedly one of the deputies or the marshals that would go out and collect bad guys. So, but now, off the top of my head, I'm not sure if Rooster Cogburn was a fictional character or a true life character.
Might have to look that up unless you already know the answer.
Yeah, if you do. Speaking of that, though, the last time Michelle and I went to Colorado on vacation, we did go. We were talking about Wyatt Earp, the movie Tombstone. There was a character on there.
The Indiana Jones
Doc
one?
Holliday. Have you ever heard of Doc Holliday?
No.
We actually went to a little town outside of Denver a little bit where it was where Doc Holliday actually passed away. We went and visited his tombstone, the actual tombstone of Doc Holliday.
So it wasn't Indiana Jones.
No, it was not Indiana Jones. But I digress. We had to climb up this. I'm not big on hiking, and we were in Colorado already, so the elevation was high. It was like, yeah, you just go here. You turn around, we get out there and start walking. It was like, a mile and a half later, going up this incline. It seemed almost like a ladder without the rungs. We're climbing up there. It's like, is it much further? We finally get up there. It's like, I'm just going to roll down the mountain.
I can understand that. I mean,
yeah, hiking in Colorado is.
well, isn't it like isn't it harder, like you're harder to breathe, correct?
Yes.
Just
yes, the higher up you go in elevation,
Yeah.
the less oxygen that is available.
I was looking for the elevation
atmosphere,
word.
so it makes it a little bit tougher to breathe.
Yeah.
That's why they always say for sports-wise, Denver is known as the Mile High City, and they say that teams that travel to Denver are at a disadvantage because the Denver teams live up there all the time, and so they're used to it because you will adjust.
Yeah.
But a lot of the Colorado Springs is where the Olympic training facility is because they're up there training in elevation. So whenever you go down low, then you are better equipped and you can make better use of your oxygen. You actually have an advantage.
See, if you're coaching a team right now, just take them up to Denver and start practicing because you'll get better here.
Yes, and that's very important for 8 to 10-year-old basketball players.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want that advantage whenever you're at that age and they don't want to keep score. So you want to make sure.
Because as long as that is one thing we practice in school. I swear we never ever practiced a shoot. We just ran.
Yeah.
Constantly, and I hated every bit of it because the most conditioned player is going to be better around because. I mean, you're constantly running once your team's tired. Then they ain't blocking you anymore, so you're just shooting, and you can miss 100 times. But if you make one, as long as you keep on doing it, man, it's smart.
Yeah. There you have the Andrew philosophy of coaching and youth athletics.
Don't score, just run.
What are you jingling there? We're picking it up on this feedback. Cut. But anyway, those are some of the famous law people and sheriffs I thought of. If anybody has any other options, I will try to remember. I will get a bracket drawn up and we'll go through with the brackets on the next podcast so we can see who's winning. If you want to vote for whoever you think is number one. Those votes will play into how those brackets play out. And then Andrew will have some modern cultural topics for us next time as well.
I will take all the good information that I have in my brain for that good information and just replace it. I'm
gonna make a little drawing here of where all the good information in your brain will fit. Do you see that?
Can't even see it on camera.
Can't even hear it in live.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that probably wraps up about all. We just had Chance the Tenor walk by behind us. Chance, come on in here. Come on in.
Yes.
Everybody, this is Chance. He is doing some tin here for us.
You have to
You gotta get down a little bit lower.
Yeah, hi,
Welcome
guys.
to your first episode on the Lot Life podcast. Everybody, tell us a little bit about yourself, Chance.
Name's Chance Roberts. I've been tenting for Randall for about 10 years now. Been tenting for 12 or 13 and I love being here. These guys are awesome.
All right, that's all right. That's good enough.
He tints windows, so if you want your windows tinted, this is the guy to call. And I have
do
his
it.
personal number, so if you want to go over there, I'll shoot it down in the comments.
He also does
Yeah.
houses as well,
Houses,
residential,
yeah.
offices.
Residential.
So
Yeah.
you name it, Chance's your tent guy.
Yes, thank you guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
I
Got you.
appreciate
Go,
it. See
go,
you guys.
go, get off.
Hey, give me some money here in a minute.
Yeah. So, second paid sponsor. we're invoicing him. I'm writing that down right now.
At
Do we
least
have a going
$20.
rate? Yeah, $20.
Oh, you wrote $126?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Hey, let's go.
Okay, so that's
that's
what we're
it.
gonna do. That's our new protocol.
just-
We're just waiting for people to walk by and get them on here and then charge them for it.
Yeah.
All right.
But that is it on the podcast. So
Yes.
that's about the end of it. We're at 20 minutes now already. So if you don't mind, like I said before, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the link above that goes straight to our YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit that share button twice. It gets us out there.
Yeah.
It just helps us. We're trying to get to 30 people. We're at 26, like I mentioned before. So
But the podcast is gonna be 15 minutes after they cut out the dumb stuff you say. All right. We'll see you next time.